mama a trip.
Yes,
Hey
she is.
everybody, we live. Look what I got here. Light skinned Lou won't be here today, but we got somebody to take his place. He be here in a minute. You know, old people they take their time. You know what I mean? What's going on, y'all?
Not much.
Not
Not
much.
much.
Enjoying
Just
life.
vacation. We vacationing.
That's right.
Well, Melinda, you're not the only one about the vacation, baby. I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks too.
You
I'm
stay
going
on
to.
vacation. That don't count.
He does.
He
He
stay
don't
on
know how to
vacation.
stay home.
Yeah, it's something when we vacation, but that's an everyday occurrence for him.
Exactly.
He
He's on
ball out like
vacation
that.
24 hours, 7 days a week.
I ain't mad at
Whatever.
him. I'm trying to be like him when I grow up.
I'm going to the beach and I'm going to Vegas. So,
Yeah, he
hey,
stay in Vegas.
He
yeah.
does.
Oh God, y'all need to stop it.
Y'all, you need to
Stop.
buy a condo or a timeshare or something.
He
No.
does.
Why would I
'Cause
need to buy that when I get everything free?
that's true. When you got to
Exactly.
pay a mortgage for nothing.
They might comp that too. You never know.
I
We're not
know,
on
right?
his status.
Well, welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment. You know, today is what's happening in America. Light skinned Lewis taking care of some business today, but we got a guest coming in. Y'all know his name, Larry Law. He been here in a minute, you know what I mean, to give us his presence, his knowledge, his skills about what's going on in America. And he got a lot to say. But see, I done talked him up. I done talked him up. Buy down, dig it.
Hey, how
Hey,
y'all doing,
Larry.
ladies?
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen,
How
what's
are you?
going on? You know what I'm saying?
Like we got a
Yep.
lot to talk about today. There's a lot going on in America, you know. So I'm not gonna let these people wait. I'm about to play this intro and get started. Ready, set, go. So you got to switch it up every now and then. I love
Yep.
that dog. Right, Larry? You got to switch it
All
up
right.
every now
look
and
at
then. Look at
Tony's
that.
face.
Look at their faces, Larry. That's a shame.
Ain't that?
You
We
know,
don't matter. It's all about light skinned Lou.
whatever. I've been playing that intro all the time. Sometimes you got to switch it up. So we're gonna give our take on what's happening in America. I got some questions. People, if you come in, hit the like button, wipe your feet before you come in. I don't need no dirty ass feet in my establishment. Hit the like button, you know what I mean, and subscribe to the Rebuttal Entertainment because we at 300. We're getting up there. We're going up. I call it be up and up
Up
and
and up and up.
that's right, Belinda. See, we're getting there. We're getting there. But we're gonna
In
start
there.
this thing off early. Let me see. Like we're gonna start this question. What's going on with the Department of Justice had decided that Donald Trump tax return must be turned over to Congress. Is this the beginning of the end? But he appealed it today. Larry, what you think?
Well, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the beginning of the end because the Justice Department already has them. See,
Hmm.
those are the ones doing the investigating or whatever. The beginning of the end was when he lost the election, and it's been downhill ever since. Whatever they try to do to regroup or whatever, the beginning of the end is this committee that's investigating this riot on the Capitol. The beginning of the end was Michael Cohen.
Oh, yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Those are the beginning of the end that now they're looking at the finalities of this, what's coming forth. That's all that is. Congress, well, Congress is still going to be Congress. Half of them going to be whatever they are, another half going to be whatever they are. So they already, they that's just another we put another nail in the tomb. That's all that
Hmm.
is. You
Nail in the
understand what I'm
coffin.
saying? Yeah, in the coffin. There you go. There you go.
Hmm.
There you go. The
I got
beginning
you.
of the end. Yeah, the Justice Department already know all that.
Hmm.
See, they know all of that. You see what I'm saying? Right. So they got the legal side covered. Now, what you gonna do now? You can't. He's out of office. What are you gonna do to him with Congress? What are you gonna do to him? Try to stop him from
Hmm.
running, or try to bring that out to try to convince some of his constituency or his base? I don't think so. I think they would drink liquid Drano first
he,
before.
he tried to get them to drink it, didn't he?
You damn sure did. Come to think of it, sure did.
All
Sure,
right.
it sure did. Some of them tried it, some of them they sure did. They
Tony, what
sure
you think,
did. What
Tony?
they said, hey, like before I go out, what's my man Eddie Griffin said? Trump say he gonna make me bigger than a nigga. He gonna make me bigger than a nigga. That's what Eddie Griffin said. That's what he said, man.
All right. Tony,
Go
what
ahead,
you
go
think,
ahead.
Tony? The Donald, he might be in trouble now.
I really cannot speak on this because our office has this case. So I can't say too much about it.
Ain't nobody watching you. Go, Melinda.
Well, they have some politicians that are actually trying to make a move to make it illegal for him to run if he gets convicted of anything. The fact
Hmm.
that they are trying to make this move tells me two things. They're scared of him because they think that if he does run, he could win. We keep saying, we keep counting him out, but he's not somebody to be counted out. The crazies that follow him are bigger than anybody else, and they're more organized and more loyal than anybody else. You know, Democrats are kind of finicky and they fickle, and they're like, well, yeah, I might follow him this week or I might not. But these people are loyal. They are crazy. Never count out crazy people, and they will do what is necessary to get it done. You see all the stuff that they're doing to suppress the vote. So all those things together could actually do it. If they had a big enough case on him that they could actually do something would have been done already. They just keep inching away, inching away, inching away to the point where people are going to get so tired, because that's what they're trying to do with this panel that's trying to look at what happened on January 6th. The same panel that's trying to look at what happened in January 6th, there's another panel that's trying to form of Republicans that are trying to say, well, it was Nancy Pelosi's fault, it was the security fault, it was everybody's fault except for him. So they're finding ways to insulate him. And I don't think he's really going to try to run, but if he wanted to run, I think he could win with how crazy he is and how loyal the Republican Party is to him. Even though he's out of office, he's out of the whatever, he still holds a lot of power, because why are we even still talking about him at this point if he was a non-factor? Now, I need for him to get these charges and go to jail, and I need for them to stop. I need for them to stop slow walking this process. If you got stuff on it, put it on the table, put in the indictments. They've indicted everybody around him except for him. How does that work? They're working for him, they're doing his bidding, but everybody going to jail except for him. So don't count him out. He's a dangerous man, and they need to get on top of it now instead of slow walking the process. Because the more they slow walk, the more laws and regulations that they change to protect and insulate him from prosecution and jail time. So I think that's what's happening now. And everybody is scared to make moves, or they're like, we got to make the right moves, because if we make the wrong move, he can get away. But them, slow walking and taking so long to make those moves, he's actually getting away.
Too.
Because we
Oh,
didn't think
oh,
that we didn't
there you
think
go.
that man was going to be president when they said he, molested children and he raped people and here he is. And then we didn't think he was going to get away when they was like, well, we're going to impeach him, but here he is. And we didn't think he was going to get away when they was going to impeach him the second time, and here he is. So stop counting him out, because he's a formidable opponent, because he knows how to rile up crazy people. And that's better than anything else you can have. If you got a legion of crazy people, if it's just 100, you can do more damage than you have a legion or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that are like, I'm about Democrat, I'm about the Constitution. Those people don't make no moves. They know Constitution front and back, sideways, but they never make it work for the benefit of the people or the people that really need it. But crazy people, they will find out, figure out, and do whatever they need to do to get whatever they need to get done, and they get it done. So we need to stop counting them out, because if he has a dozen crazy people, they're gonna make it happen, whatever he's trying to get done. Stop slow walking this man. Let's get this stuff done quickly and get whatever charges you can actually get now. Get it, because you're trying to get the big target, and that big target will never come. Or by the time you're trying to get at it, he done left the country and did all kind of stuff. So no.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. You know, you feel the back noise. I think Donald Trump is doomed. The Attorney General is out for him, and I think she's going to get him. You know what I mean? But like Melinda said, he got his backing. You know what I mean? They're gonna follow his butt through fire. You know what I mean? But Department of Justice, is not the Republican Department of Justice. It's the Democratic Department of Justice. So I think they're gonna follow this thing. They're gonna try to get him and hit him where it's hurt. So they on his behind. So we're gonna see what happens to him. But it don't look good for the Donald. Jamal says, "Smart people Wednesday crew. What's up?"
Hey, Jamal.
Jamal man, answer my text. And so let's move on. Tony, can you answer this question? My pillow guy decided to pull his ass from Fox News. He tired of them. They talking bad about Trump a little bit now, and he's getting mad about it. He's saying Trump going to win the election again, and he losing so much money. So why he pulling his ass from Fox News, Tony? What's going on with my pillow guy?
Like I've said for weeks, these people are delusional. They think that he actually won the election. The election was stolen, and you know, th- they're just relentless when it comes to Trump and his antics. So, um, you know, there's nothing to really say about them. I have no good words to say about them whatsoever. They're going to follow him till the end, no matter how bad it looks for him, and it is what it is. I guess if you are religiously backing something and you believe in it, you're going to follow it through, no matter what.
Yeah, he wanted Fox News to run his negative ads about what happened in the riots and the election fraud and stuff like that, and they refused to do it. So he done with Fox News. Melinda, what's going on with your man, my pillow guy?
Yeah, he might be having a problem with the them not running his ads, the negative ads, but that's not why he pulled his pillow ads. The pillows are trash. I have some pillows and they lumpy as hell.
I got one. I got one too.
What, ain't they lumpy though? One, that's one. Two, he losing money because he backed the wrong person. And places like Bed Bath and Beyond and Target and certain places that was running his was selling his pillows before, they pulled his pillows from their store. So he probably can't afford, and he probably condensing his finances for his company. I don't know how he's personally doing, but personal finance and company finance is two different things. His company is probably hemorrhaging money because he backed the wrong person. Because at the end of the day, yes, the crazies are out there and supportive, but who's buying luxury pillows? Not them hillbilly redneck niggas out there. They not doing. And when I say niggas, everybody can be a nigga. It's the way you act. You get that term. But at the end of the day, they're not buying those pillows. It's people that got homes and they want finer things, because you can get a $3 Walmart pillow. That pillow is not a $3 Walmart pillow. That pillow is a pillow that somebody is trying to take care of their posture, and they're trying to do some things, and they're a little older and they got some common sense. So they were like, no, I'm not going to give me a raggedy pillow. I'm going to put some money into my health care. So at the end of the day, those people are not the people that's supporting Trump and them. So when they found out this fool is a fool and is backing the wrong person and saying crazy stuff, because the stuff that they're saying is crazy, he has no experience, and then out of the blue, he's like giving advice to the leader of the free world. So they're like, nah, I'm not supporting that, and I'm not the stuff that he said over the last few months while Trump was in office was enough for people to be like, nah, I'm not buying the pillows. And I got rid of the pillows myself because I had a couple of them. I had two of them. And when he started talking crazy, I was like, these pillows lumpy anyway. And I got rid of them. So imagine people that haven't bought it yet he's counting on repeat customers from these ads. And if he's not getting any additional customers from these ads, it would make sense to pull the ads. So it's not really about the Fox ain't trying to do what they trying to do, because that's the only network that even is entertaining their foolishness. So no, he ain't gonna get mad at them in that way where he's like, I'm done with Fox, because it's that Newsmax and Fox is the only people that's following their foolishness. So he needs both of them. He pulled the ads because he's hemorrhaging money from the foolishness he's saying, and the people that was supportive and buying these pillows were most likely Democrats or Republicans that had common sense. And then even some of them Republicans are like, I'm not down with whatever's going on over there. I'm Republican, but that's not the platform that I'm trying to stand for. Because they still do have some of those Republicans. It's not enough, and they're not speaking out loud enough. But there are some Republicans that are like, I didn't sign on for what he doing. And I'm not about what he doing. And, you know, two of them, Liz Cheney and the other guy, his name escapes me right now, but he's on the committee and he's asking the right questions about what happened January 6th. So for those reasons, that's why he's pulling his ads, not because he's doing his foolishness.
My pillow guy pulling his ass. Fox ain't playing his ass and getting mad at Fox. Let me take this thing out.
You understand what I'm saying? So things going down, you know, and now people not buying all that no more. See, the COVID, this new COVID, it was already politically expanded on, but this new one now, and it's taking hold to them. Lindsey Graham, who else? So on. So reality is setting in. See, so all his pillow propaganda and all the rhetoric and whatever, you know, and all these illusions of grandeur and what have you. And he thought that Trump was going to be reinstated, you know, and now they know that ain't going to happen. So now Fox don't want to they don't get along no more because it's breaking down. It's breaking down. They're dividing themselves now. And what I did when you talk about Trump earlier, you know, Trump coming back, you know, he might try to come back. And then with these convictions coming down, they want to make sure they have an airtight, Supreme type case. It's got to be, so they got to they're taking their time. And you know, the puzzles, I mean, the pieces is just falling in naturally. Every time you look, there's something that just naturally what he did, and it's naturally what he did. You know, they were trying to steal the country by any means necessary. By any means necessary, they were going to take the country by any means necessary. And that's what happened. You know, and these congressmen, they can say what they want and they can form these committees. But see, what Trump is really good at, what he's really good at is spreading disinformation.
Yeah.
Disinformation. You understand what I'm saying? He's real good at that. In other words, they're good at you stating alternative facts. Alternative facts are nothing but lies. You understand what I'm saying? You got the facts and you got the alternative facts. What's that? That's a lie.
They're all the same.
They're very good at they're very good at that. That's the new thing now. You understand? Don't believe your lying eyes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I think. You know.
All right. Kevin Rogers said Trump ain't going nowhere. He'll be president in 2024.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I totally agree. My pillow guy, he's screwed. You know what I mean? And he ain't even worth what I thought he worth. He worth like $330 million. I thought he worth more than that, but you know, it is what it is, man. Them pillows ain't worth nothing because I got one, Melinda got one, and you know your advertisement ain't worth nothing, man. You might well pull that stuff off the shelf and retire, man. Anybody got time for that nonsense this guy talking about? You know what I mean? Jamal say Trump ass almost worse than Hitler. He just destroyed people in a different way. Just like my broke ass keep taking my money up the MGM. You hear that line?
Who said that? Who said MGM?
Wheels of Steel.
Yeah,
yep. Man.
That's right. See what I'm saying?
Exactly. So Well, 99% of fully vaccinated are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, haven't had a breakthrough case resulting hospitalization death. So, Melinda, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, so with the 99% vaccinated that have the breakthroughs, the fact that we
Haven't
even
had a
having
breakthrough.
breakthroughs is a problem for me, but that's neither here nor there. The unvaccinated people are the problem. So
Mm-hmm.
now they're mandating that everybody in certain employment fields, certain like for example, they might want teachers, hospital or medical staff, and those kind of people and essential workers to be vaccinated because of the fact that they have breakthrough situations. So they're saying that with the breakthroughs, they're not dying or having to go into the hospital or be on ventilators because they were vaccinated.
Yeah.
However, the people that are vaccinated, they're calling it now the unvaccinated pandemic. For the people that haven't been vaccinated, they're saying that they're causing the problem, so now everybody has to wear a mask to protect the unvaccinated. So this is the issue that's going back and forth. But then they're saying also, but that's not altogether correct either. Because at the end of the day, the reason why the vaccinated still needs to, even if the unvaccinated decided not to, we still all need to wear masks simply because there's a segment of the population that can't get vaccinated. For example, children under 12, because I think it's 12 and up now they can get vaccinated. So we have to be masked in order to protect the elementary children that live in our house, because they say vaccinated people carry the same load as a non-vaccinated people of the virus in their nose and crevices and orifices. So at the end of the day, if we have babies or children, even if you're vaccinated in your own home, you still have to be careful because they're saying that we carry the same viral load as somebody that's unvaccinated. So now we can't just be like, it's them unvaccinated people. We still have to wear masks to protect our babies, our children. We have to protect the people that are medically vulnerable that can't take the vaccine, such as, cancer patients, because some cancer patients can't, they are going through treatment. It's a problem for them. And certain other medical issues that I don't know exactly which
So
ones.
is
I
it a
can
good thing or bad thing? What they
for them
say is
to
percentage are.
for everybody to be vaccinated, I think it's a good
No,
thing
what they say
because
the percentage fully vaccinated haven't had a case,
that,
hospitalization.
the thing is that they're still getting sick. So if they're
We,
getting sick, we still have to be careful because we don't know what this variant is doing at this point. The variant is still
mhm.
very new, and we don't know if we're safe because we go from one week to the next. Remember, with Johnson and Johnson, it was like, yeah, you're safe, and then you was getting blood clots and you was getting different things. It's still early with this variant to really predict what could happen. So for that situation and for that sake of not knowing what could happen with this variant because it just came out, they're still investigating this variant. I just say everybody err on the safety side and just put your mask on for a little while because the mask is much better than a ventilator.
Gotcha.
And I would hate for somebody, even if they're vaccinated or not. Let's say there's a household, everybody's vaccinated, but they got a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. Imagine the feeling of that parent because they're like, nah, I'm vaccinated, and they're not, doing all the stuff because they said, well, they said, if you're vaccinated, you're safe, and then they go and then they kill their own child. Because babies and kids are dying from this variant because they're not vaccinated. So let's just err on the side of caution and just take care of what we need to take care of for a little while longer. Because I'm not willing to take a chance, vaccinated or not, or somebody that's not, because I wanted to be, I'm not going to say selfish, but I just didn't want to be inconvenienced by wearing a mask. I'm not willing to take that chance.
Tony?
I actually agree with Kevin Rogers. There are people who are dying that are fully vaccinated, and it's not being fully reported. And I think it's unfair to blame the unvaccinated that's continually spreading the virus, especially if we are wearing masks and if we are socially distancing ourselves and doing what we got to do to stay safe. Um,
Let's
the
be clear.
CDC has,
It's the Trump people that's unvaccinated that's doing it. It's not the unvaccinated. They putting everybody in one category. It's the Trump people that's spreading stuff and acting the fool.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Tony.
um, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
People are dying, and you was going what Kevin said, not being televised and stuff like that.
I lost it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Go ahead, Larry Adams.
What's that?
99%. What you think about?
I can't hear you. You fed out. You froze on me. Did you freeze on me or did I freeze?
Huh?
Oh, okay. I was just getting you. I
Say
was
that
trying to
again?
figure. I was wondering if I froze. So the vaccinating rate, whatever. Well, now 70% of the country has been vaccinated. That was the goal that Biden and them wanted to obtain, for July and whatever. But now we need more. But you see the effect. See, we were back to them people drinking liquid Drano down here in these southern states, all these red states.
So them the ones
they
that are not vaccinated, the ones in the southern states.
most of them,
All
a
right.
lot of them, as well as the underage.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them in those southern states. And then they interviewed some of them, and they said, "Well, man just got off the ventilator a month ago. If you had to do it all over again, would you take the vaccination?" Hell no. So you see, they just liquid Drano people. I mean, they don't care. They don't care. See, they just things ain't right. Things ain't right, and they want to make things right. You understand what I'm saying? Things just ain't
I
right.
got
It
you.
ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. So, hey, they didn't take the vaccination, and now look. Now Lindsey Graham and them saying, "Yeah, it ain't a bad idea." I guess it ain't. You understand what I'm saying? Mitch McConnell and them, see, they nervous. And then they probably have some pre-existing conditions that if the COVID hit, right, they'll take them right out of here.
Yeah.
But but these vaccines now, you see, wait a minute now, these vaccines. Now, wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, so we got to live with this the rest of our life, obviously. We're going to be in the mass business for the rest of our lives.
Well,
Obviously.
you guys are. I won't.
Well, whatever. But
Right.
anyways, so every 6 months? Now I'm 75. Does that mean I have to take the booster? And every year take the booster? Like I take the flu shot and I take the pneumonia shot and then the
Now, let me ask you a question since you brought that up and you wasn't on the show last week. When you took all them shots, the booster, the chicken pox, and all that stuff, what was in it?
Oh, I don't
Do you
know.
know?
I didn't know.
Okay. So do you know what was in the COVID?
And no,
Did you know what was in the polio?
I never had polio. Well, no.
I mean,
That's why I didn't get it.
Do you know what was in
Nope,
it?
I didn't know the ingredients. I was young.
Didn't these fools that say something that's in it? Didn't all these dudes had to get this shit taken and these shots when they had to go to school and all that stuff, and they didn't know what the hell was in it?
And it was just a normal procedure, right?
Exactly. So what's their problem?
Well, they got older and stupider.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much. So thank you very much. So let me say this. You know what I mean? We had people talking about, people is dying and they not announcing it. Okay. Well, at least 125,000 fully vaccinated Americans have tested positive for COVID and 1,400 of those have died. All right. Now you got that. According to the data that's been taken. All right. 1,400. All right. Let's move on. If you're going to come on this show, make sure you got facts. Make sure you state them facts. You know what I mean? So let's move on. In Landover, Maryland, two teenagers, 17 and 20, Larry, killed each other over trying to sell guns. Now, Larry, I'm not gonna make a joke of this. You know what I mean? I can't.
When did
So
this
you
happen?
mean to tell me teenagers are gun smugglers now?
Oh, oh, are they?
I
Are
mean, what
they?
the fuck, Larry?
Are
They
they?
shot each other. Oh Lord.
Exactly. That's why they didn't need to have it in their hands in the first place. But it's better they did. It better them than us.
Uh-huh.
Better them than somebody driving a car by the stadium while the baseball game playing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Right
I got
now.
you.
And then when the police them go there, they'll just say, "Well, listen, uh,
So what you
you
think
know,
about that, man?
I think it just shows you how widespread the distribution of these weapons are in the hands of the youth are running around here. You know, when I worked over there at Capitol Heights and Discount Mart, it was a homicide every 3 weeks. If
Mm-hmm.
now maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe every 2.5 weeks, but it was going to be a homicide, and it was always somebody we knew that came in the store. That's what made it so bad a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And you knew they were kind of, but you didn't know they were kind of like that. You know, either the victim or the perpetrator or what have you. But that's just the way it
So
is.
can you imagine a 17 and a 20-year-old come up and trying to sell you a gun?
Yeah.
A girl?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Times have changed, man.
Man, of course. Oh, they were females? A
What was
female?
the girl,
Yeah.
what was the boy?
Yeah, of course. Of course, man. You know, the largest growing prison population right there, female. That's the largest growing segment coming in now are females. Hey man, yeah, you know, hey, you got a lot of we don't need no man out here and what have you. So they figure they can do the same things. They're gonna do the
I
same
got
thing.
you, man. I got you. It's just crazy, like, it's just crazy. Tony, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
It's easy for anybody to get a gun, so it's not surprising. You don't need any pertinent information if you're buying it online. All you need is a credit card, and you're able to get a gun freely. So, um, the laws need to be a little bit more stricter, and there should be some type of protocol that is followed, even if it's being bought online. You should not be able to get a gun just like that, just because you have a credit card and you can put the information in and boom, it's sent to you. So it doesn't surprise me.
Melinda, they getting younger and they gun smugglers. Good God.
It's sad, and I'm my heart is hurting for what is happening now, because the fact that a child can actually get a gun, because at that age they're still a child. They got their whole lives ahead of them, and they're ruining their lives and they're ruining other people's lives, and something has to be done. They need to be, and we keep saying that every week, they need to be stricter gun control laws. But what they're doing is the opposite. They're making laws to make it easier to get guns, especially in Texas. They just passed a couple of things where you don't have to have special circumstances to have a concealed weapon in Texas. Before you had to go through some hoops or some classes or whatever. Now that's not even a requirement anymore. They're making it easier with the guise of they're taking our liberties, they're taking our rights away, but then they're making the society even worse and
Yeah.
less free. Because with, let's say, for example, their train of thought, they're taking our liberties away by taking our guns away. You don't think our liberties are getting taken away by us not being able to go on the mall freely without fearing that we're going to get shot and killed, or that we can't go outside? That's more liberties taken away than just the right to have a weapon. And they're not even seeing that. The thing is, the minimum things that they can do to protect society, they're not willing to do, because the lobbyists are paying them. The NRA is paying them. These gun salespeople and manufacturers are paying them. And I think what needs to start happening is that they should heavily insure. They have to get insurance to be a rifle manufacturer or to sell rifles. And if anything happens to somebody in society because of their product, they should be able to get personally sued, the company. And I bet you some gun laws will be changed. I bet you some gun laws will be changed because just like they lobby, if we really wanted to change things, we could lobby just as much to get those laws changed. And we could put money behind getting those laws changed just like them because we have billionaires. We have, we have multi-billionaires that are political and they're philanthropists. Why is Amazon's person not putting money towards gun control? That would make a big difference. Or Microsoft's person, or any of those other companies, they got money to be putting people out in space, but they don't put money towards the correct things to make society better. Okay, so we gave these two people $100 million. What have they done? They could have been putting some of that money towards lobbying to get gun rights done or gun laws done. Yeah, but have you heard anything that they've done thus far? I haven't heard anything. Mind you, I'm on vacation. I'm a little bit out of the news loop, but I can bet money that none of that has gone towards gun laws. They had some politicians that had to actually sleep outside in order to create a moratorium on the evictions. We're not doing the right things and the important things in our society to make it better. We're doing little stuff that don't even matter. And people are feeling desperate. So that's why people are committing crimes. If you have a better situation and a better environment and a better community, you have the things you need, the supplies, the resources, you're less likely to be violent and feel desperate and feel like you have to break into cars and commit crime and steal and rob if there are resources in your community. So let's see what they're going to do with this 100 million. Like I said, I didn't have any hope that it was going to be doing the right thing. But I am willing to be proven wrong, and I will apologize and be grateful if they do, some things that actually benefit the community and the society as a whole. But at the end of the day, it's going to be squandered money as usual.
All right. Well, I totally agree. I totally agree. You know what I mean? But I think I'm the only one it just profound me that 17-year-old, 20-year-old gun smugglers selling guns to each other and they shoot each other and kill each other trying to buy a gun. I mean, this world, man, these kids need ass whoopings, man. I mean, this shit is just crazy, man. They're not getting enough ass whooping. But in terms of Jamal Hill, I'm going to let your friend, your favorite person on this panel, Melinda Lawson, tell you and read you your riot act because I ain't even got time to read it to you. So, Melinda, I'm going to read this question because I can answer it, but you're a smart young lady. So, I want you to answer Jamal Hill's question. People dying of COVID-19 and they took both shots, Lou. How you not going to wear your mask for the rest of your life, but you keep talking about we need to get our shot. So this is an unvaccinated guy, Jamal Wills of Steel Hill. So tell him, Melinda, why he need to get his damn shot. And say,
you want me to say it with my chest?
Yes.
Again, I respect anybody that decides that they don't want to do what they don't want to do, but you don't have a right to inflict harm on others. So if you decide that you don't want to get a shot, then just be prepared to wear your mask forever, because that's what you're going to need to do, because you're also infecting people that can't get the shot right now. I don't know what the effects are going to be down the road, but all I know is I don't want to die today. I'll worry about the effects later on, because at the end of the day, people are dying today. So those were the and the reason why you may need to get your shots is you might decide to wear your mask or do the right thing, but they got some fool out there that's doing a whole lot. And they know they don't have no mask, and they don't care that they don't have a mask. They don't care about the COVID. They don't care about the shots, and they are circulating. And they said that this particular strain is as what is the word they said? Is as contagious as the measles and the mumps and the chicken pox. So, those things were like surface touch. You got the chicken pox, because I had the chicken pox when I was little. I don't even know where I got it from, but I know I got it when I was 14. But at the end of the day, these are the people that are circling around. You might be careful, but they're not. And while you're out there, mingling, you have the chance of catching it and dying.
Exactly. I was waiting for you to say that,
The
Melinda.
thing is that I just, I feel like I understand all the reasoning why people don't want to do it. I really do. But at the end of the day is I care about my people and I don't want them dying. I'd rather them try to figure out whatever the drawbacks is later, but survive today in order to do that later. You can't survive today. It's all gone. It's not even worth, not surviving today. Let's just survive today and worry about tomorrow later on.
I'll take it from here, Melinda. Thank you very much. Now, Jamal Wilson still here. I know the background. It'll go away. Tony, kept frowning your damn face. Now, let me tell you this. Jamal Hill. The reason you get the shot, and I'm going to make it simple like she did, so you won't affect others, like your grandkids, like your daughter, in case they get it and possibly die. You know what I mean? The new variant is serious. You don't want to catch it and die. At least the shots will minimize your chances of dying. That's why I have my shots, both of them. I'm not scared to catch the virus. It is what it is. At least I will have a, minimal possibility of getting hospitalized and dying, Jamal Hill. So that's why you should get your shots, Jamal Hill and Kevin Rogers. All right. Thank you very much. Now, what happened? One of them was trying to sell the gun, but the other person was going to take the gun. Okay. Well, now they both dead. Shame, 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 man. I tell you. And look who's popping in. Hey, guys. Great job. Sorry I couldn't be with you today. Smart People Wednesday. Lou Peterson,
Miss you,
Light Skin Lou.
Lou.
Light Skin Lou, Larry. Light Skin Lou, say what's up.
Miss you,
Hey,
honey.
what's going on, dog?
All right, let's go to the next one. So the White House didn't extend the federal eviction moratorium, but in Atlanta, a federal judge halted eviction for 60 days. Should more judge halt the eviction, Larry?
Well, the landlords, they really don't like that. They really don't like that.
Hell with them. We talking about the judge. I don't give a fuck about them landlords.
Oh, should the judge, you mean in Atlanta?
No, well, they already halted eviction. Should more people follow? More governors follow? Judges follow?
Well, didn't no Biden sign? I mean, no Biden. Didn't Biden sign something today?
Yeah,
to halt the evictions or something like that?
Yeah.
Until August, until October the 2nd, I believe. Or whatever. They signed that into effect today, I believe. Biden did that. From what I understood. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Well, and then in D.C. anyway, I don't know how long. I'm sure Mel Bowser's extended it. I'm sure. But I don't know how long. Probably till the end of October, something like that. Along the federal guidelines. Well, it depends on who. You know how these governors are. Depends on what state you're in. Now, let's see. Take a state like Mississippi. Let's see. Who owns the buildings or who are the tenants? Let's see.
I got you. I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Depends on where you are. Depends on where you are.
All right, I want somebody on here, Larry. Excuse me, Larry. I want Melinda, one of y'all, Larry, Tony, answer this question. Okay, they're extending all this stuff, right, Larry? Right, Melinda, Tony. They still ain't got the money to pay it.
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
I mean, what is the extension going to do, Larry, if they don't have the fucking money to pay it? I mean, why they just can't pay it? I mean, put it in the background. They got all this billions of dollars going everywhere. Why they just can't say, fuck, we're going to pay all this shit and move on? I'm just asking. I know
they have the money.
That's right.
They said they only spent $3 billion, and they had like something like 40. And don't quote me on the amount, but I know it was over $40 billion that they had already set aside in order to take care of these. They're just not paying it out because they don't want to pay it out because they want to keep that money in the pot and reallocate it later on down the road They ask for money for certain things because they know it will pass, and then they hold on to it and hope that they never use it so they can reallocate it to something else later on that is what they had intended on in the first place. They have the money to pay off all these back rents and mortgages and everything else, but they just choose not to. I read that today that it's like 47 billion dollars that they had already. So they're not trying to get this money. They don't have to put this money into the budget. It was already there and allocated to do exactly that. They're just choosing not to use it.
Gotcha. Tony, what you think about that?
Yeah, if they don't have the money, if they didn't have the money whenever it was extended the first time, they're not going to have it 60 days or 6 months later.
Exactly.
So I don't see the reason to do the extension. And if they have the money to put it on the back end, they should just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Larry.
Yeah. Well,
what can they do? What can they do, Larry?
Like Belinda said, the money's there. But see, a lot of people just not aware of it. That's all. And then again, too, they may try to isolate it or hide it a little bit so they can use it later on down the road. It's just like if you were running a business or something like that, some extra dough come in, you might hold it back for a while because you're going to need that later on down the road and whatever. And just try to get some more money out of them to cover this one.
So
you understand what I'm saying?
Who holding it back? Ain't the Democrats in charge?
Well, yeah, as far as I know.
Are they?
Huh?
Melinda being sarcastic.
What'd she say?
I love it.
I don't know what she said.
Look, she rolled her eyes too. Oh God, let me go on to the next question.
Yeah, but the money's available. The money's available.
Larry, America fucked up, Larry. America is messed up. See, I gotta stop cursing a lot, But this stuff just raised my blood pressure, All right.
What?
A woman dies in Arizona desert after a hike with a cop who has a history of lying, foul play. He said that she overheated, but people saying otherwise. So, Tony, is it foul play? And he has a history of lying?
It's probably foul play. She probably did something and he just killed her and made it look like it was heat stroke or something like that. If he has a history of lying, trust and believe he did something to her and now he's trying to cover it up.
Larry, you think he covering it up or he killed her? What he do, Larry?
Ain't no telling, Like this,
he got a history of lying.
Well, see, she can't say anything.
I know.
You see what I'm saying? That's the problem there and what have you, But now, well, I'm sure they'll keep snooping around, some type of forensic something like that. Because it ain't going to be an open and shut case, but now, because he has a history of it, you understand? A history of foul play or just a history of attempted foul play there? That means he's got a record then if you say he's got a history of it. Foul play, whatever. You see?
Gotcha. Belinda?
What was they doing walking in the heat anyway?
They were in the desert.
Get up some time. That should give him some time. That alone, we don't even got to talk about foul play. The fact that you walking somebody through the desert that you ain't supposed to be walking through the desert, that's a shut case for me. I wouldn't even have to hear nothing else. You in trouble for that alone. That in itself is foul play.
She need to blame herself, huh? But she can't blame herself now. Oh well, that was the quickest stuff we ever answered, Larry.
Yeah, I see.
Now this question is I'm gonna switch it around a little bit because I'm gonna put some names on it and y'all gonna like it. So two travelers, Jamal Hill and Kevin Rogers, they used a fake vaccine card to enter Canada from the U.S. and they was fined nearly $16,000 or more. Should it be more or less? Tony? 16,000.
Well, I don't know what the fine is falsifying a document. So the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't have done it. So you suffer the consequences.
You
You
work for a law
either
firm. Call one of them lawyers. Ask them when what's the. Sorry, let me stop.
we don't handle that type of law. But what I'm saying is, um, maybe 16,000 is a little high, but then again, it's trying to teach someone a lesson. Don't do it. Maybe it should be $25,000 and some jail time.
All right, Larry, what you think? Jamal Hill and Kevin Rogers, they used fake vaccine cards to enter Canada from the U.S. and they was fined nearly $16,000 or more. What should it be higher, lower?
Hey, they lucky they wasn't charged with bringing in the new strain. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. And you black too? No. No. They ain't playing, man. They ain't playing. Man. It's just like those dudes that went over there to Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? Shot the federal policeman in the head on the metro or whatever. Watch. Now, Virginia just abolished the electric chair. They just abolished. Well, all they got to do is hold a session. Those spark can be back in soon as you think. They're not playing with that disease thing. What? You and who? Wheels are still who? No. What is this?
Jamal, I'm on your side, sweetie.
Like funny. Oh man. Well, let me read it again for Melinda.
No. Do that. They're not gonna do that.
Lou, you play too much, but I have to go with Tony, and they should get he should get jail time and that fine, because at the end of the day, and as Larry said, you're messing with a possible strain that you can be bringing into another area, and you're messing with people's lives. So it's not just a situation of, because he might not know his status. He might have COVID and not know it, take it up there, with a fake thing, and he mingling with everybody and partying and everything, and then the next thing you know, it's an outbreak situation. So yeah, you can't be faking documents, one, and then you black, like Larry said, two. Y'all going down. Don't do it.
Yeah, you right. They my boys, man. I love them, man, but they hard-headed as shit, Melinda. I try to tell them, they trying to use fake COVID vaccine cards because they don't want to take the shot. Go across Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Canada don't play. They haven't been playing this whole pandemic.
Look, first of all, it should be way more than 16,000. First of all, like you said, they can be spreading a virus. So that's a criminal charge right there. Canada don't play. You know what I mean, Larry? That can be a criminal charge right there. Second of all, falsifying documents. That's a criminal charge. You know what I mean? Last week when I said the governor need to be bullwhipped, Jamal and Kevin need to be bullwhipped. In public, Will Steele needs to get bullwhipped, and Kevin Ross need to get bullwhipped live for falsifying documents. They don't want to get the vaccine shot, so they're gonna make fake vaccine cards and endanger us, who's vaccinated, because they don't care. Dub life for life. You know what I mean? Oh man, I tell you, boy, my friends, boy, they gonna make me lose my hair. I'm already losing some of it. You know what I mean, Larry?
You don't have no hair.
And they want to travel around the world. It's amazing. Ain't it amazing? It's just amazing. They want to just travel around.
That's why I got my shot.
They probably say, well, we got our passports. No, we ain't looking for no damn passport, man. We don't get them. Where's your vaccination?
Jamal say, damn, Melinda.
That's the way, man. You want
jail time?
Man, you lucky they didn't put you in quarantine or something like that for about 6 months. They could easy, plus charge you, plus put that 15 grand on you.
They live, they learn. They live, they learn. So
because Canada is French. Canada is French. France, you black.
They don't play. They've been about this whole pandemic from day one. They was taking care of their citizens. They was giving them monthly checks. I'm about to move to Canada.
Exactly. And they still get it to the end of the year.
You see what I'm
2,000
saying?
a month.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they get 2,000 a month to the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, that's right.
America has more
Yep.
debt, Larry and Melinda, Tony. We have more debt than ever before. It soared to nearly 15 trillion last quarter. Oh Lord, Larry, what can be done?
Well, let's just give it to Congress. The Republicans, they spent their way. They had a good time spending. You know, Congress, they spending the money. They spend because see what it is. This I'll tell you something else too. It's easy to print money. Gold is not our standard. Gold is not our standard. You understand what I'm saying? And so, and the reason it is because countries don't like it being a standard because they can't print gold. They can always print paper.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, if the paper dollars are still out there, they say the value of the dollar is 3 cents. That's what they say.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what they say the value of the dollar. The only value of the dollar is that if I give it to you, you take it.
So we keep getting all this debt. We in debt, no jobs. Right. I mean, COVID, more strains. I mean, low minimum wage. Shit, we don't, right?
Well, unless you got gold.
We ain't got no gold, so we doing like them.
Because that's the standard universally. It's just like when you catch these big time criminals and whatever. They got all this money, billions of dollars. But what do they find in their pockets? A couple diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Because they know a diamond is a universal currency all over the world. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with gold. That's universal. In Zimbabwe, the dude said they use a wheelbarrow of money to go in the store to buy a head of lettuce. Because it's all paper. Because you can print that. We need more money. Up. Call government printing office. Fresh money. Oh, smell good. You snapping it and whatever. And it ain't worth 3 cents.
Melinda, what's going on with this debt shit, Melinda? What we need to do?
I ain't worried about the debt. Black people don't got to worry about that debt. We ain't make the debt. We don't got to worry about it. Because we're going to be in the same position regardless of whatever happens. The only people that worry about the debt is the rich people. Because their money or whatever their value of what they have, unless they have, like Larry said, gold or diamonds, it gets devalued. So that's why they keep talking about the debt. We don't care about no debt because we don't run on that currency. We live how we can live. And the debt ratio or whatever the debt ceiling is, it doesn't affect us. We still live as a community bad either way. Our situation, except for the few like that have billions or whatever, our situation really never changes regardless of what the economy is. The economy could be bad, but Black people gonna still survive, and it's gonna be a baseline regardless. Other people suffer. Other people lose fortunes. Other people commit suicide. Black people like same day. This is a new day, same thing. It doesn't affect us in the exact same way because we're used to living at base poverty for the most part as a whole. But I'm not saying that, because we have, exceptions to the rule and we're not living base poverty, but I'm saying as a whole, Black people are used to living in base poverty. So when they having their drama, we're like, how is that going to affect us? It's not really affecting us because we didn't have employment to begin with before. We was living, in subpar housing before, so how much worse is it going to get with their debt problems that they created? You see what I'm saying? So for Black people, everybody else worrying about what the economy is doing and how the stock market is doing. Black people don't own no stocks. Like I'm saying, I'm talking about the whole as a general. Yes, us on this panel may have stocks, but if you say the whole general population, we're not owning stocks like that. So if the stock market tanks, how affected are we going to be? And the ones that own stocks, such as myself and, probably other people on this panel, if we lose that stock, we're not losing enough money for us to be like, we done lost everything. We got to kill ourselves. We lost a couple of dollars. because we don't have enough money to invest in the stock market that it will change our life dramatically. Because
Got
we
you.
know better than that. We know better than to put all our money in a situation that we don't have no control over. We will put our money into a house. We will buy a house. We'll put our money into a car. But we're not gonna be like, I'm putting like $100,000 in the stock market. Hell no. If we got $10,000, we doing the most in the stock market as a general. So, like I said, that's why I think, whatever their debt is, that's not our problem. That's not our debt. We
Tony,
gonna function in the same way that we've been functioning since slavery.
There
Tony.
you go. Pretty much. Pretty much.
I agree with Melinda. We didn't make the debt. It's not our concern. Congress is the one that needs to worry about that. We're
Mhm.
going to survive no matter what the situation is. We were built to learn how to survive and tough it out whenever the going gets tough. So it is what it is.
I got you. America's most debt is mortgages, houses. If people wanted to know, but yeah, we don't care about no damn debt. You know, what I mean,
Mhm.
we've been surviving and doing what we doing for 400 years. So we good, man. We don't trip off that stuff.
We
You
ain't
know,
got
them other
nowhere.
people problems, right? Like them other people problems.
400 years and right back where we started.
So
Woo!
that did a five Melinda up. Let me move on right quick.
Full circle. We went full circle. Worse
Larry,
off. We
you,
worse off.
you,
Yeah.
Larry, your buddy Lindsey Graham tests positive for COVID-19, right?
You see what I'm saying?
So he did this humble him because he said this might have saved his life, and he has both shots. He got both shots, still caught COVID, and he said it might have saved his life. But there was the same MFer that was saying no, don't get the shot. He Donald Trump butt boy, but now he's did it humble his ass, Larry?
No, just goes to show you they're hypocrites. All of them have had their shots. All of them had. Did Trump get his shots?
Every
Exactly.
last
They
one
didn't
of them
tell
got
people.
shot.
Exactly. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah. So, but for political purposes, they deny doing it. You understand what I'm saying? We're back to disinformation and alternative facts. You understand what I'm saying? But they're not gonna tell you they got shot. All of them got their shots. They're not crazy. They might do some stupid stuff and frolic. But they homicidal, not suicidal.
Mhm.
The white people not suicidal. Well, I don't know. These Capitol Hill policemen keep killing themselves. I don't know why. I
That's
can't
a DC
understand.
police officer, Larry.
Oh, that was a DC police killed himself. But wasn't he in the
Yeah,
riot too?
yeah,
Was he in the riot or
yeah.
whatever? I wonder. Yeah, you see, I don't know why. They might have called him a nigga. I wonder if it was white or black. No, I wasn't no black policeman kill himself. No. White policeman. But that's strange. That's
Right.
strange. That's strange, but it makes you think that maybe they were involved or complicit somewhere or whatever. Why
Mhm.
would you just withdraw yourself like that? Or why? But you never know though. Hey, that's the easy way out to me. Ain't nobody gonna miss you. Do it and see what happens. See
Well,
what miss
Melinda,
you.
since you
Go
unmuted,
ahead.
you're going to answer the question.
Go ahead.
Well, they're suffering from post-traumatic stress. That
Not
you
that
know what?
one. The Lindsey
They're not
Graham, then that one.
they're not expecting their own people to act that way. They was expecting anybody else, but not white people to act that way. And white people acted out and they showed complete disregard for the white people. They showed disregard for the politicians. And it was like, this ain't supposed to happen. And the fact that sometimes you grow up with illusions. You feel like certain things is safe. You like, okay, I'm not gonna go in, not putting anybody area out, but I'm not gonna go into Baltimore, certain parts of Baltimore, because certain parts of Baltimore is lovely. I rode around and I was like, this is Baltimore. They have some nice houses and everything, but I digress. And then there's certain parts of Southeast DC that you're like, I'm not driving through there. But then there's certain parts of Southeast that is wonderful and people don't know anything about it. So we have misconceptions about what's supposed to happen in the world, how people are supposed to operate because we grew up in a certain way or people told us certain things. So you're supposed to have the comfort of knowing that if you're at the Capitol, you're safe.
Mhm.
If you're around politicians, you're safe. And then when these people breach that, it changed their whole mind. It's called cognitive dissonance. When you think one thing and then some information presents itself that's different and you can't deal with the new information, even though the new information is true. They wasn't expecting that white people was going to attack white people. They wasn't expecting that white people was going to attack the nation's house, because that's the nation's house where laws are made, where, people are supposed to be respectable. And if all of these things aren't true, what do we stand on? I mean, all of us have something that we believe in such a way that if it was to be shattered, we might make decisions that we would have thought we never would have. For example, if you're in war and you see some of the atrocities that happens in war, you come back with a different mindset. These police officers, both the Capitol Police and the DC Police, came into a situation that shattered. They're the authority. And they got treated like how they treat other people. That in itself was mind shattering for some of these officers. You're not supposed to treat me like that. I'm the authority. I'm supposed to treat other people like that. And look what is happening on the nation's capital, where everybody is supposed to be safe, where the laws are made, where the Constitution is supposed to be upheld. And here, none of that is true, because these people are showing me that it's not. And then they're battling like they're in war. People are beating them with sticks and trying to kill them and bear spraying them. And all of that in itself will cause people to think everything that I believed in is not true. Why am I here?
Yeah.
And it's basically the study of suicide, which I had to take an actual class for that. But when people's perception of what's supposed to happen changes dramatically like that, anybody can do just about anything. For example, I can't really think about any reason why I would try to kill myself, but I can know some areas that will put me in such a dark place that I might. For example, if something happened to my daughter, she's the only child, my only child. And if something traumatic was to happen to her and she died in a traumatic way, we don't know if our minds is going to snap. I can't say that I wouldn't do that. No one can really say what they will and will not do until they're put into a situation. So for those reasons, post-traumatic stress, their belief in the American way, their belief in their authority, all of those things could have came into play to cause him to take his own life.
Got you. I knew you felt so passionate about this, but that wasn't the question. But Larry brought it up. The question was Lindsey Graham test positive. Now was he humbled by that?
You see me clap. I thought that was
That's
he
it.
deserved what he got. He should have got sicker, because he played with other people's lives. You can't play with other people's lives and then not have karma and consequences. So why am I gonna feel sorry for him or think that he did not deserve that? If he is trying to intentionally place people in a situation where that same thing can happen to them, and then he knew he had his vaccination, so he's misleading people and telling them to do something else or stopping them from being more careful. And then when he get it, he's like, I'm glad I got it. Why he didn't say that before? And why didn't he take the shot on camera to have some of these backwood people that he deal with so that they can get their safety on? But no, he leave them out there. He's the worst kind of person, because he don't even take care of the people that follow him. So no,
Got you.
he get a round of applause.
Yep. Well, I think it humbled him a little, but little bit by little bit, he's been faking.
Did it humble Trump when he got it? That
Yeah, that's
fool
Trump.
went on a whole drive, and then he went to the top of the White House and pulled his mask off and infected everybody in the house when he went back in. Them people don't listen. They don't learn nothing. All they worry about is their power and their money. So no, it didn't humble him. He just said, "Woo, I didn't." It's like, I'm gonna give you an example. It's like somebody that had
Ain't it my turn?
Wait, I just gotta say this one point. It's like somebody that had a one-night stand with somebody, did not use protection, and almost had some kind of venereal disease, and when they found out that they didn't have it, is that going to stop them from another one-night stand and not protecting themselves? Some people make the same mistakes over and over and over again and don't learn, and these politicians are the same thing.
Got you. So she's saying they're faking, you know what I mean, about it. He fake humbled it, but I think he was humbled, you know what I mean? But he's still gonna continue to preach the false narrative and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Everything is political, like Larry says, and stuff like that. And as far as the officers that killed himself, you know what I mean? I'm sorry to hear that, you know what I mean? And feel sorry for your family, but damn, I'm gonna let a bunch of rednecks drive me insane and make me kill myself. You know what I mean? But you know, I understand what's going on, the peer pressure. He felt America let him down. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. He felt the United States of America, who he served the oath for, let him down. And you know, it's just so unfortunate. But you know, when you sign up for that kind of stuff, either you can accept it or you can't. And he couldn't accept it. So let's move on to this one. Oh man. New York Attorney General said Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women. Tony, should Cuomo be fired or quit?
He should gracefully resign. Point blank, period.
Melinda, should Cuomo be fired or quit? Simple.
He should resign. They let all them other clowns get away with stuff. So they can't make an example out of him because they're gonna be like, well, you know, they said Trump did stuff and he in office, and they're gonna start naming all the names because there's a whole bunch of politicians that have some kind of investigation going on them right now. So they're not gonna be able to do anything about him. And he's a Republican too. That's even worse. So he should just resign and
Democrat. He ain't no Republican.
He a Republican.
No,
all of them is the same thing.
No,
we talked about that. We talked about that one. Dang, I forgot his name. That he is a Democrat and he's like holding up everybody else from getting anything done. That's why we can't get our majority of getting. They are all Republicans.
Well, that Republican will be running for president with all these harassment charges.
Okay, let me ask you this. It's like a handful of Democrats that I think are really Democrats. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not.
He's Democrat.
I know, but they all Republican. They all friends. They hang out. They have the same policies, the same mindset. All of them. I think there's like 5 real Democrats, and that's Maxine Waters. What's that? The lady that slept outside this weekend. Her. I wouldn't even say I'm starting to think
going through all that. Larry Adams.
You know what?
New York Attorney General Larry. New York Attorney General said Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women. Should he be fired or resign? What should he do?
Well, he's not going to resign. He's not going. He just got a little bit of Trump in him. You know, they all from New York. That's what they do. You know, that's what they do. They feel, you know, dig it. Hey, I mean, you know, like if you're an intern on Capitol Hill, man, you red meat. You follow? That's what they do. You know, it's just a simple amount of. That's what they do. Now you got 11 women. How many did Bill Cosby have? Bill set the record. How many? I wonder how Bill set the record. Cuomo finally, Cuomo catching up to him.
You better say that.
Huh? 11?
You better say that.
Hey, 11 women. You know, all those 11 women can't be wrong. All of them. Just look at it this way. You his lawyer. You saying so come on. Hey, look, come on now. You know, whatever it is, we got to reduce this figure now. All of them can't be long. We got to reduce this to half before we even go to court. Or 3. Because all of them are wrong. But see, then again, how they interpret it and why they wait so long. Then again, some of them wait how many years? How many years? Now you got a damn good memory. Now you talking about somebody groped you in the office now. How many times since then you been groped? Can you remember? you know, after that certain amount of number of years, it just gets old. You got to respond immediately, and whatever it gets old because you're putting it in thought, you're doing a calculation, you thought, why should I get a lawyer? And they said, nah, forget about it, forget about it. But now, since somebody came out, everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon.
But like they said, he didn't touch them. I mean, he didn't grope or nothing like that. You know, he harassed them and stuff like that. It was talk, right?
Yeah.
It's different. Bill Cosby raped them, they said. So you know what rape is, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's what they say.
So, you know,
Yeah,
I wait a minute. Let me make sure Melinda muted. You know what I mean? Because I want to fire her up before I unmute her. So they say, you know, it's a difference between rape and just sexual harassment. That means we talking, we saying all kinds of crazy stuff to you instead of putting the you know, the stuff in your drink and, you know, you fall out, then we take your clothes off and rape you. You know what I mean? So they're saying he harassed them. I ain't hear nobody say that he raped them. You know what I mean? But I'm going to stick with Cuomo. I don't care who gets mad. You can get mad all you want. Send your hate mail to wheelsofsteel@gmail.com. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And he said he should be locked up. They locked up Bill Cosby for the same thing. No, they locked Bill Cosby up for rape. Cuomo harassed. It's totally different. So let me unmute her. Let me put her on the clock because I know she's going to go at me.
And those are allegations. Right.
Allegations, Larry. Exactly.
Allegations.
So Melinda, you on the clock.
Okay, so let me say this. I do know Cuomo is a Democrat. And all day on CNN, it's funny how people treat other people, Democrats and Republicans. Because all day on CNN, they were saying, well, you know, Democrats are a little bit better about taking responsibility. What? You don't hold everybody accountable. But CNN was feeling like he should become, you know, make himself accountable because he's a Democrat and they're better at taking responsibility and stepping down. No, everybody get treated the same. Don't be expecting one person to act, you know, honorable just because they're a Republican or a Democrat. Make everybody responsible. Treat everybody the same. No, if you're not going to do a Republican that way, then you ain't going to expect to do a Democrat that way. You know, have justice be all across the board. But they're telling him he should step down. But they're not asking anybody else to step down or whatever. And again, as Lou said, these are allegations at this point. They haven't put out any facts or they haven't indicted or did anything else. So we're going to have to give him the benefit of the doubt. And in this country, and they're starting to treat certain people like black people. In this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. And if you're not guilty in the court of law, Cosby too, if they decide you're not guilty in the court of law, then you're not guilty. And then you're going to have to find something else to work on this man with, or we're going to have to leave Cosby alone. That's all I'm saying. See, you ain't had the time.
I got you. Well, you know, the difference between Cuomo and Cosby too, Larry, Cosby did ask him, did they want any more pudding puffs?
Any more what? What did he say? Any more what?
Any pudding pops.
Pudding pops. Oh, that's what he called pudding. Yeah, Jello, stuff like that. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I'm moving on.
Pudding pops.
Oh my God. So New York, Larry, Melinda, Tony, to get in any public place at September the 3rd, you will have. Minding my truck. You will have to have a COVID-19 vaccine card to enter any establishment. And I'm telling you guys now, listen to me, Tony, Jamal, and Kevin. Don't go if you don't have the card because I know Tony now because Tony ain't crazy. But Jamal and Kevin with them fake cards, if you go to New York and try that shit, Larry, tell them what's going to happen to them.
They're going to have special bouncers. Special bouncers. Special for the COVID. They're going to have the regular bouncers for the fools in the club. Then they're going to have the special COVID bouncers. And I'm telling you, and if you in your wheels of steel, I don't know how you get around, you can believe your ass going to be rolling down the street. And you're gonna be wheels of steel. You're gonna be going so fast, you ain't gonna have no rubber on that shit. You will truly be wheels of steel. You're gonna have sparks coming from that. They're not playing, man. They're not playing with this
Listen,
because they
Melinda,
can't see it. They can't see it.
exactly.
They can only see you. See, they
So
see you and they think you are the representative or
exactly.
whatever because they can't see it.
So
But they
Larry, let
looking
me
at
ask you
you.
this, Larry.
Yeah,
A lot of
go
these
ahead.
other places, LA just did the same thing.
I'm sure.
All these places about to start doing that. So it's gonna
And,
be a lot of
and
motherfuckers starving, Larry. Where they gonna eat at?
that,
Where they gonna go ahead
that
and celebrate?
that shooting yesterday at the Pentagon started over a mask. A mask. Can you imagine what's going to be happening? COVID, you got to have your card, your ID, and your mask. And you know, some dudes, they're going to be coming, they're going to be high as a mink coat. It was, oh, but. And them COVID bouncers, they're going to come right out there and they're going to whip them to smithereens because they are afraid. And that's everybody's scared. Everybody's scared. So I'm going to start selling shields. Those people got to keep coming because they're not going to shut down the city no more. You just
I
got
told
to.
people that they don't believe me. They're not shutting down nothing anymore.
No, because it costs too much, first of all. And they're just going to tell you to protect yourself the best way you can. And just like they keep shooting people or whatever, they're going to say, look, we're not hiring no more policemen. You better go out there and buy a damn gun. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's just like the police now reform. Yeah, everybody talking about police reform. Let them keep shooting Metro policemen. They have to get out there in Metro. They're going to say, oh, no, now they talking about we need more police. You see what I'm saying? The pendulum goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Crazy.
But that cold, this is more serious than, well, you know, back then when they had the Spanish flu, I believe it was. I forget how many people it killed back then, especially in Philadelphia. They killed a lot of people. And so they're serious about this because it's something you cannot see. You know, it's not tangible. But they see you as being a carrier, or you refuse to obey the rules and regulations, which is just bad. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So they look at you as being, I won't say an enemy, but they just don't want you in their presence. They don't want you around. And they're not being personal. It's political. It's political. That's all it is. I still like you. You all right with me, but man, you can't come in here, man. No.
I got you, like Tony.
Yeah.
So, you know, you like going out, you like shopping, you know, you like eating out and all that good old stuff, you know, going to whatever you do, you know what I mean? Makeup and hair done. That thing, you know, the Chinese people, Larry, to get your toes and your nails done, they going to want your COVID shot. They going to want all that stuff. So, Tony, what you going to do, baby?
I guess I'll be sitting home, ordering Uber Eats, Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash, all that. I've been doing it for the past 18 months. I just will continue.
All right. There you go. Melinda?
Okay, so I got a special passport holder. They got a slot for my COVID shot record thing. So that tells you all right there. When I got on the plane, I showed my passport, COVID shot. It's all in one thing. I bought a whole thing that house it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well, let me tell you, I think it's going to happen everywhere. I'm telling you, everything. Atlanta going to be next. Well, I don't know about Miami because that motherfucking governor there, with Florida, that governor there, he crazy. You know what I mean?
DeSantis, yeah, he's getting crazy.
So I don't know if it's going to happen there, but man, I'm telling you, I said it. Y'all need to thank me. I said they're gonna make everybody get their shots, and y'all didn't believe me. They're gonna find one way or the other to make you guys get this right here. You know what I mean? I got it on my phone too. You know, Moderna, both shots. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna ask you a question, Melinda. Should I get it laminated?
Nah, cause when we have to get that other shot,
They gonna put it on that one?
you're gonna need to put it on there.
Okay.
But we have to get our boosters.
Well, I don't know.
Just get a passport holder with a COVID shot slide.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm getting the booster anymore. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? But the last question, Larry, the last question. So, you know how my last questions be. You know how my last questions be.
Oh yeah, quite complicated.
Exactly. So, Melinda, Larry, and Tony. So, if you come across some artwork, right? You come across some artwork, like like the Mona Lisa, Larry,
Mm-hmm.
artwork like the Mona Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it you sold it for let's say you sold it for 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
5 million, right? Then you find out it was worth $100 million, right?
Right. That's what happened. Right.
Okay. Would you feel swindled as a Swiss art dealer? Um, he felt he was swindled out of some artwork. He had 38 pieces of artwork over a decade. You know how much that artwork was worth?
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion. So would
And
you feel swindled if you sold that artwork, Belinda, to these people, and now you find out that artwork was worth $1 billion?
I would, but at the end of the day, it's up to me to do my research to find out what I need to so I can't be mad at them because they knew a deal and maybe they didn't even know it was worth that much and maybe they did, but it's not up to the seller to for the buyer to tell the seller how much they supposed to pay. It's up to the buyer to say this is what I want one way or the other. He should have did more research on this stuff.
So you're not gonna pull the OJ and go get this shit back with a gun?
Nah, because you see what happened to OJ. They didn't get him on killing the white folks. They got him for trying to steal his own stuff back. Nah.
mm-hmm.
You see the color of my skin? That ain't gonna work for me. I'm gonna just take my 500, lick my wounds, and call it. The
Because
5 million.
I'm glad you said OJ, because they were unscrupulous car dealers, like these art dealers. They're unscrupulous. They're always doing stuff like that. He lucky they didn't give him all false patents back. They are very unscrupulous because that's very, very underworld. Very, very underworld. Those people, those are millions, collectors, and collectors will buy wherever they can get from or what have you. So he didn't appraise his product right. He didn't know what he had.
Right.
But he knows now. He knows now. Oh, quite well.
Yeah, he know now.
Right.
Tony, you ain't gonna
That's
pull
mad.
the OJ. You ain't gonna get the gun and go get your shit back.
Well,
No, I'm not. It's up to the
no.
seller to do his due diligence to
With
figure
that
out
type
how
of,
much it is.
but with that type of money, he could send somebody. Yes. Yeah, that's it. You don't have to get in there. You send people who do this. You don't understand? He got to be involved in that. Right. That's what
Man, let me tell y'all.
But I would
found
be
out
somewhat.
that my 38 pieces of artwork is worth $1 billion, and I only got 5 million. Let me tell you something. I'ma feel a certain type of way. You know what I mean? Like Larry said, I know people. I'm gonna get my motherfucking artwork back.
Right. You know, or they gonna pay. That's all.
You swindle me, dude.
Get a lawyer. Had a lawyer contact him. You know, go through protocol. Now, if that don't work, look, it's your choice. But you're gonna pay something. You're gonna pay something. Come on, man. And you call an auction house, whoever sold to them. And you ain't gonna never sell another piece of wood. I ain't gonna tell you what we're gonna do. That bill ain't gonna be there when you come in.
Melinda, 5 million,
$1 billion. No.
I would be mad again. I would be upset, but it was my job to find out what my stuff was worth. It ain't like they hid the information from him. He just didn't do due diligence, like Tony said. And when he played himself, the person that offered it for 5 million played himself. Because if I'm selling some, for example, if you are a shoe collector and you about to put your shoes on the market, you gonna find out what them mint Jordans gonna cost. And then you're gonna put it out there for that. You're not gonna be like, well, I take what you paid for it at the time you bought it. Because what if you bought it for like $200 and it's worth $3 million? Any collector, if he was a real collector, he should have known what he had. Because you ask any kid how much a Jordan is worth, they're gonna tell you right off the top of their head, and they're gonna know. And if they're trying to sell it to somebody, they're gonna know how much it's costing. to sell it
I
for how much
understand
it's
that,
worth.
man. I really do. But ain't no good fake people in this world no more, Larry.
No,
No,
no, you're supposed
not
to
today.
always think that somebody's trying to get you, and you're supposed to try to get them before they get you.
Larry,
Yeah,
5 million, 1 billion.
exactly. That ratio, that's pathetic. No. The man can't live with himself. That's what it is. And so he feels that you ain't gonna live with yourself. Right. Exactly. Now, if you had any type of which they don't have, you would call them and say, look, man, we're sorry about your loss or whatever. Listen, we could help you do something or whatever, but we can't give you 1 billion. But they're not gonna do that. They're gonna run and hide as far as they can. If they smart, they're gonna do some dupes. You understand what I'm saying? They say, well, look, had a change of heart. We think we can help you get some of your artwork back. And now he gonna have every kind of appraiser in the world looking at that stuff or what have you. But he's
But at the
gonna
end
have
of the
to,
day, they don't owe him nothing because
We
he
know
put
right?
it up
that.
for sale.
Right?
He put that
He
in
knows
that
that.
number.
Melinda, I just feel a certain type of way. I
I feel
understand.
some
I
kind of way
understand the
too,
law
but
and all that.
that was on him.
You
Yep.
just gotta take the loss and kick your own
No,
self in the ass.
Now, in
That
that
right
world,
there. That
tell
right
in
what
that
we're
there.
gonna do,
world,
Larry.
in that world,
Tell
they
what
don't
we're
look
gonna
at
do.
it taking a loss. They don't look at it like that. They don't look
Exactly.
at it like that. They're not gonna look at it. Yeah, I know you say, well, it's your fault.
Exactly.
No. Hold, wait just a goddamn minute. Hold up there.
Exactly. They
No.
better. You tell them, Larry. I know.
That's the way they are down there. They got
Exactly.
people, man. They got people that
Exactly.
steal this stuff all the time.
Well, if
They
it's right
do
or
it
wrong,
right.
they didn't do their due diligence, so they got swindled. But they're gonna
That's
feel some
right.
type of way, and they're gonna, back channel, Larry, back channel.
They gonna
Okay,
send
let's
up.
flip
They
it.
go,
Let's flip it. If I was trying to buy something and I know what it's worth, and somebody tell me $5 and I know it's worth $100, I'm gonna give them the $5. I'm not gonna argue with them and say, this is worth more money. And that's how this situation is. That's on him. I can't be mad. I will feel some kind of way about myself because I let somebody else get over on me and I didn't
Melinda,
do
that was
my
a pipe
research.
head.
Melinda,
That was a pipe head, Melinda.
you talking about $5, Melinda.
That I'm saying, Larry.
Melinda,
I still feel some kind of way about if I'm gonna get a deal,
$5,
I'm gonna get a deal regardless. And if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, I'm gonna take that deal. I'm sorry. So
No.
I'm not gonna be like, but this is worth more money than this, and I'm gonna give you more. Who's gonna do that? Nobody. I know how he feel on the shoe on the other foot, but if I'm the one benefiting, I'm not gonna fight you because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. I'm gonna get my deal and I'm gonna move on with it.
Jamal said it's not his fault. You're supposed to know what you have and how much. Of course, we're not disagreeing with it. We're not disagreeing, Larry. But we're trying to tell you what we're gonna do to try to renegotiate.
Right.
You're not gonna renegotiate with me after you gave me a price.
I'm gonna renegotiate.
There's no
There's
no renegotiation.
No, I paid what you said
right now. Let me mute them right now, Larry. Larry, we're gonna tell them we're gonna renegotiate, Larry.
They gonna say we're gonna first send an attorney.
You're not gonna tell me that I'm gonna have to give you more.
The attorney is not going to help you. You should have known what you had.
The attorney not going to help you either. Right. I understand. It go both ways. No. You got to understand. You have to understand how we feel.
So you see how you treat us?
But we feel like we've been taken to a certain degree. We realize it's our fault, but we're not talking about $5, $100. We're talking about $5 million and $1 billion. Hold up.
Hey. Melinda dealing with pipe heads and she's talking about some damn $5.
I'm the judge. Case dismissed.
Man,
you ain't getting none of my money. I don't care.
Hey, Larry. I'm telling you, man, we'll steal that them, baby. Go to the alley. We'll steal. We're gonna negotiate this shit.
Right. One man banned the show. Watch what I'm talking about. Yeah, watch. And every time he say he getting close to the destination, we gonna keep telling him how much bonus he gonna get. How much bonus he gonna and we'll still sparks. You're gonna see sparks. Yeah, because he coming. He coming. Come on, sister.
Oh man,
Come
I
on.
love
It's
it.
the,
I
it's
love
What
the
it.
happened when
rules.
light skinned Lou ain't here?
That's all right. He back
Light
up.
skin Lou, if you still listening,
Hey,
chime in,
Wait,
please.
Light skin
but-
Lou will agree with me and Larry on this situation. I'm telling
He's
you.
backup. He's the backup. We got backup, man. We got backup. All kinds of backup, man. All that got, man. Oh, come on, man. No, we're just asking you, could you possibly, out of the goodness of your heart, or what have you, we're doing the best
You
we can.
snooze,
Okay,
you snooze, you lose.
okay. I'm glad you said that. You said that now. If you
That's
fall
right.
asleep all of a sudden, you the one that you slept through it.
That's
See, you
it.
talking
Come
about
again,
snoozing?
Larry. Come
You
again,
talking
Larry.
about we coming with a coma? You talking about snoozing? we coming with a coma? You ain't gonna never wake.
Look, just like y'all know people, I know people.
Oh,
Okay, well,
let
I
me
hope
keep
you
telling
already.
you.
We already know you do. You
I got
the
$100
money.
million. Y'all can't find me.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
finding
really?
you.
Oh,
Believe
we
me.
really? Mhm.
We changing identities and everything.
That's right.
We-
All your
we
facial
finding them.
features. Get in the
Why
police
you
with
keep muting me?
witness protection program. Get any kind of program you want. See, you already really. See, we already have the pulse of this already. We're already on the pulse of it.
Y'all only got $5 million.
So, but when little waves like that triple, we notice that. You know, we're like certain animals where their whiskers just pick up little ripples or insects or what. We're already on this. So when something goes up, see, we're already galvanized. We're already
They
there.
don't
We
know
got
nothing, like, you know, they women, like, they don't know nothing.
Yeah,
They think they
yeah.
make something, like, you know, they make a negotiation with sold is sold, and, you know, they go mind their business. But, like, you know what? You catch them slipping.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You ain't gonna catch me
You
slipping.
I ain't
catch them
never
slipping, you know what I
slipping.
mean? Because the
I ain't
especially
never
one that
slipping.
runs their mouth the most, like her, you really catch her slipping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Louis, shut up.
Oh, look, we'll catch her ass in Starbucks, Larry. We'll catch her in Starbucks.
Starbucks. Go ahead, there.
I'll
I
buy
hear
you
you.
your favorite
I
drink.
don't want that shit. I want my money.
You see
Well,
what I'm
thank
saying?
everybody for coming in. I just
All right.
was all laughing like hell. I want everybody to hear that, man, because I thought it was interesting. You know what I mean? Like, man, oh man, 5 million one day, man.
That's right. Somebody
I'm sitting
coming.
the goons after you, baby. You give me
Some-
something. I don't care what Melinda and Tony say.
Somebody
You
coming.
give me something.
You gonna
Or-
get this.
Hey, what's my favorite word, Tony? It's gonna be consequences and
Consequences and repercussions.
I'm
That's
about to
This is
right.
your
hire me some
consequence and
mercenaries
repercussions.
to protect me because y'all only got $5 million, but I got $1 billion.
That's right.
Mercenaries. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you better show a good faith effort. Just show us a good faith effort. But F you? Oh, really? F me? Oh, okay.
Like you said last week, Larry,
What?
fuck that money.
I didn't say that. Did I say that? What did I say?
You
I didn't
said
say
fuck that store.
okay, whatever. So, whatever. Yeah, I forget the context, but if I said it, I said it. I understand what you said. But don't think you. There's no way you can hide like that. You
Tell
can't.
them, Larry, no. I'm just gonna let them keep talking.
Yeah,
But
there's
thank
no way you can
everybody for coming in. You know,
That was a fun question.
wipe
with
your
that type
feet.
of money.
Larry still talking about that.
No, you can't.
They don't know.
You
do they,
can
Larry?
run.
We
You
come
can
to get them,
run.
baby.
You can run. But you can't hide with that. You just something. We're not asking you for everything or whatever, just to show. Okay, look, y'all some dumbasses. Okay, we'll give you this and take it and be gone. And we might say thank you. We knew we were some dumbasses, but you making us look like a complete fool now.
I'll take you out to dinner, Larry, with the money that
dinner.
you lost.
A Christmas steakhouse.
Dinner, and maybe we'll go to Paris or something.
Paris for what? Well, I'm going to Paris. I ain't going to Paris with my own money. I can go out to Christmas Steakhouse with my own
But you don't
money.
have the money. I do.
We don't have it yet.
Take that $5 million and call
What
it.
you say, Larry? What you say, Larry?
We don't have it yet. That's just keep it like I'm telling you. That's the best way to put it. People, it's yours at the present time. Let me put it that way. Right. And I hope you enjoy it. You understand?
Oh, man, Larry.
Listen,
Oh,
listen.
man.
You gotta be
All
happy
right,
with that
man.
$5 million and keep it moving.
Thanks for coming on, Twin, on your vacation and stuff like that. You know
All
what
right.
I mean? I'll talk to y'all later, man.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace out.
You know I
Peace
got
out.
it.
All right.
If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want.